Hey guys, and welcome to my review of Xdefiant. In this video, I'm going to be going over all the maps. Well, not all the maps, but I'm going to go over the maps, my thoughts on the UI. Generally, every aspect of the game, I'm going to go in depth of some of the pros, some of the cons, some of the things I really like, some of the things I desperately need in this game, or stuff that I'm really looking forward to see. So let's get into it. So before I really get into the specifics of the game and the stuff that I've seen, I just need to say a few things. And I got a list over here of the stuff. Before I start, I want to specify that I do not see this as a COD killer. I am sick of seeing that. It's not. It is its own game. We need to stop comparing games. If we compare this game to something else, it's going to fail because it's not going to live up to the hype. Another example of this that you might see is Hightail. I know that's a completely separate genre compared to Xdefiant and Call of Duty, but Hightail is a great example. I don't think it might live up to the hype. I don't think it's gonna be a bad game though. I think it's just a completely different game than Minecraft. Minecraft is not going to die. There's too many people. Just like Call of Duty makes $1 billion a year, it's gonna keep doing that. Xdefiant is its own thing. This is a proper arcade shooter. So I need you guys to take that out of your mind and realize that it is not the same thing. Another thing with that is there's some other aspects of Call of Duty that people keep asking for. I'm like, it's not Call of Duty though, so why do we need them? Some perfect examples. Kill streaks. I don't think we need them. We have all these ultras and abilities. We have invis. We have flamethrowers, we have instant sniper pistols through walls. Like, it's insane. So we have, if you want a class like a UAV, use the class that gives you wall hacks. If you want like an ultra, like a crazy gun streak, you have ultimate abilities like that too, that shoot electromagnetic pulses and barriers. Like, there's a bit, like, it's not Call of Duty. And that ties in with a nuke as well, where you get a big kill streak. It's not the same thing. Don't expect stuff like kill streaks, like nukes and deatomizers and all this crazy stuff to be in Xdefiant. It's its own game, let it be. We can get more abilities, sure, like when we get more factions, that's where it is, not kill streaks. And then I also saw, I'm going to talk more about some game modes later, but one game mode that I keep seeing is, again, it's not Call of Duty, so why do we need TDM? We have other games, we don't need TDM. If you want TDM, play Hotshot. And then with that, players just are so, like, you guys are so slow. I literally keep seeing people ask for kill confirmed. That's what Hotshot is. Hotshot is a combination with kill confirmed and cranked, where when you hotshot, you get run around like fast and you need to keep getting kills. You don't need to, but it helps your team. That's what Hotshot is. It is kill confirmed. I don't know why people are asking for kill confirmed. Like, have you even played the other game modes? But that's pretty much where I'm gonna stop complaining about the community, though I will say that throughout. Now let's get into some of the other aspects of the game, such as UI, such as the pros and cons, and so on. So let's get into some of the pros about this game, and I think there's a lot of them, and I'm gonna list some cons in a second, but there's more pros in my opinion. Let's start off with the obvious that everyone talks about: no skill-based matchmaking. There is no skill-based matchmaking. There is no skill-based matchmaking. The whole disbanding lobby thing is being worked on. It's not because of skill-based matchmaking. The people that think they're skill-based that need to be skill-based matchmaking, or there is, were the people that skill-based matchmaking was protecting in Call of Duty. I'm sorry, it is a skill issue. You are just bad. There is no skill-based matchmaking. Like you see all these bigger YouTubers and they're like, look at my KD, look, like I've literally lost 3 out of my 50 games. Now I've lost a lot more, but I can also do pretty well with whatever class I'm using. Another thing, and I'm gonna talk about this point to bring it back to the no skill-based matchmaking. I really like the way you unlock stuff, but you have to do different challenges with different guns. So I'm using that one LMG to unlock the RPK. I'm using the MK20 to unlock the SVD. I love that. But in Call of Duty, if you're doing certain camo challenges or just challenges in general to unlock guns, do quests for, like, I know in Modern Warfare 3 there's like the gun parts, the whatever. You can't. Like, if you do, you're going to struggle. Your KD is going to come down, etc., etc. But this, because there's no skill-based matchmaking, I can do well with all that. And people are... I don't know how you can possibly think that there's, like, skill-based matchmaking is good. It's not. So I like no skill-based matchmaking, how to unlock stuff. Great balance, right? Like I was saying, like, because no skill-based matchmaking, I can use anything and do all right with it. Now, is there a meta? Sure. Are certain guns better than others? Like, is the ACR better than the M16? Probably. I haven't used the M16 yet, but yeah, it's pretty meta. But I can use an SMG if I want to. I can use a sniper. I can use a marksman rifle and two-tap people. It's crazy. The balance is honestly really good for this game. I'm really happy with it. Sticker reacting. In the clip right now in the back, you probably can see wherever it is. I think it's over there. Camera's reverted. Over there. I always react, and there's this other guy that kept reacting too. It's great. Like, there's no death audio, right? Like, you know, in Call of Duty, if you kill somebody, you can kind of hear their reaction. Because they're raging or something. We don't have that, but we have the stickers. And I actually, like, there's almost some, like, friends made, like, you know, I'm saying, like, I'm crying doing the sad one, but then he's crying too when I kill him, or he's doing a thumbs up, or we killed each other one time. And it did the same, like, we both said sad, like, that's crazy, or I'm laughing. It's like, ha! I flashbang myself when I laugh, and then he laughs when I kill him. It's like, that's crazy. It's making it so much more casual and fun. It's such a minuscule thing, and then it's also another really fun customization thing. Like, I cannot wait to get the little rabbits, the little bunny guys. I cannot wait to get that reaction packed. But I know Merc Music said he's really happy to get the XD one. Like, it's such a little thing to really show your personality through stickers, but it's good stickers. It's not no stickers that you throw on your gun and you don't even notice. People notice it because the entire lobby sees the reactions. The entire lobby. So that's another great thing. And then I just saw, I think it was, I forget which YouTuber. They were talking about the gun range. And I'm going to bring this up too, because I do agree. The gun range in Xdefiant's great. We finally got it back as of Friday of the launch. We got a patch on Friday and it re-added it. There's still some bugs. We don't have the ultimate area because, you know, you go into a hellscape thing. It's a really weird bug. But the entire thing is just good. It's a good warm-up. You can really see how good your guns are with attachments. Now, I would say I would hope that attachments come in the gun range, the practice area, so that way you can try different things out. But right now, it's only the stuff that you have unlocked. But that's completely fine, like, whatever you have. But the test dummies can show you how much damage you're doing at range, your time to kill, your accuracy, the damage that you do per shot. Like, I have damage numbers on. But say that I don't, or I want to know what my last damage was, so I'm just spraying at that really long range, and I hit a headshot from my last one. I'm going to see that I did a little bit more damage. So that's great. There's also just, you know, there's the other one right beside that, like, with the range, and it has a whole bunch of enemies, and you have to kill them in a certain amount of time. But they're also different classes, so some of them are going to be Phantom, and they will have 120 HP. There's also the one, like, track thing where you're running through and trying to hit all the targets, and that's going to help you warm up with your movement, with your sliding and accuracy, right? Because you have to slide under the range, so you want to try to hit that, and I'm pretty sure you get ADS while sliding and jumping and everything. So that really helps you warm up your movement with your aim and just kind of help you get better. Yes, you could get faster, but you could also just do it as a warm-up. So if you can't get it under a minute, keep doing it until you get under a minute, and that's your warm-up, not trying to get a 15-second time. There's a lot more pros to this game, but those are my main overall pros of the game. So let's get into some of the cons of the game, because there is cons, however, a lot of them I know are being fixed, some of them not so much. So let's start off with hit detection and stuff like that. It's already being reported. Like, they have stated that they are working on that, the netcode, all that kind of stuff. But I do need to point out that is a con, and I think that is part of the reason why people are playing with the snipers, which I'll get into later. But it's being worked on, but it is a problem that the game currently has. Again, though, the game is, as of right now, has come out a little less than a week ago, which is crazy. Then the other two things that I have as big cons that I'm not sure fully being worked on. I don't remember seeing a tweet about it. Combat record. The combat record's terrible. Like, there is no information. It is abysmal. It shows you your last 10 matches, which could be so skewed. Like, I was doing challenges to get one of the devices, so I'm just like kamikazing, like holding the grenade, because I can't figure out how to use it, and I'll explain that in a bit too. But then my KD goes down, which isn't a problem, but then there's other games where I'm going 30-7. But then, because that was 2 days ago and I've played more than 10 matches, that really just skews the whole thing. So I think that desperately, not to mention just your stats, I want to see how much kills I have with the sniper. I want to see how many wins I have in Hot Shot. Imagine if you go to Hot Shot, not only do you see your kill death and your win-loss, you also see how much score you've gotten or time you've had as the Hot Shot. Like, that's something that they probably have access to, because at the end of the game, when you see like everyone's best, most score as Hot Shot. Like, so the game saw that for the match. So why can't we save that and tally it up? I think that'd be really cool. And then even like Call of Duty has some of that, right, where it tallies it up, but it also just still show you your last like 5 matches. And here's your score of the last 5 matches. I know Cold War does that. So why can't we have both? So I really hope the combat record changes. Lack of modes. There is a few, and this isn't me saying I want skill S&D or TDM, which are good modes, and I believe Search and Destroy is coming, or at least some kind of one-life mode where you don't just respawn. But I wouldn't mind some more fun ones too. Like, again, I know it's not Call of Duty, but thinking of game modes like Call of Duty, and they can do their own. Like even Fracture, right, where it's like you have to collect them all and you have to bring it to a certain point. I know there is on Frontlines, which is a Roblox shooter, they have a game mode like that where you collect tokens from players and you have to bring it to certain points to like put it in. So we have that. We could do some fun games like Gun Game, Sticks and Stones, you know, stuff like that. Sniper only mosh pit, right? Like Cold War has that. What if we had a sniper only, right? Like there's so many different game modes that we could have that aren't strictly, even melee only, right? There isn't no melee guns, and I'm gonna go over that later too. But what if we had a melee only game mode and you had a special melee weapon in this melee game mode that can one-shot or at least two-shot? So there's things that we can do, and I'm real excited to see where it goes because I know they said they're going to work on it. Now, I'm going to bring this up later, but I'm also going to bring this up now, and that is lack of content per levels. You currently have a player level, but it doesn't do anything. You don't unlock guns from it, you don't unlock attachments from it, you don't unlock calling cards from it. Like, there's no point in leveling up your player. I'm player level 25. That's not Battle Pass, though. On Battle Pass, I'm like tier 14. So, I really hope we can get something from those levels. Like even if it's just cosmetics and you unlock maybe at every 20 levels or 15 levels you unlock a calling card. Like, just something. 'Cause there's literally no reason past level 1. Because if I wanted to, right, because I have every gun and every device, and if I was a little bit better, I probably could have done it faster. Meaning, by like level 15, you probably can unlock everything. But that's not because of the level, that's just because you're earning XP whilst. Like, technically, you could earn almost anything at level 2. So, I really hope there's some changes at the level. But now, let's get into all of the guns. So let's get into all of the guns now, and this isn't me going over every specific gun, but I want to go over all the classes of guns. Now, in the gameplay behind me, you have seen me use snipers, pistols, ARs. I've used everything, because I've unlocked everything. So I'm going to go over my list over here, and I'm just going to go over each of the classes. For the assault rifles, I think they're good. Like, they're solid. Like, they're balanced. There's nothing too crazy. Sure, they feel a little bit more meta, but they're not insanely overpowered. And then with that, there is one that I don't like. That's the AK, and that's just, I hate the AK sound. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. Like, you listen to it and it just does not feel like a normal AK. So that's my big gripe with the assault rifles. With SMGs, MP7's meta, I guess, which is really surprising. I didn't think the MP7 was meta. Honestly, I thought the Vector was going to be meta, and that's because of the time to kill, like the fire rate. And one of these clips around or something, and you've seen it, and I'm going to be doing some more gameplay where I want to use like every gun for a video, but I need to get everything leveled up. I think the Vector is the best SMG, honestly. Like, the time to kill is insane. You just need some attachments, like a red dot, and then maybe some recoil or something. Shotguns. I don't know. It's something about it. They feel too weak, but also too strong. Like, and I think it's just because, like, the sprint to fire, maybe, but it just feels like it's really hard to get that first shot off, and then that accuracy with sliding and everything. And I feel like there is some bugs. Like, if you keep jumping, your hitbox goes from like this, and I saw it, somebody literally got it to the entire screen by spam jumping. So I feel like that might be a problem, so maybe that's a bug. But then they're also too strong because I feel like I just get one tap. And maybe that's just a me thing, like me using it versus someone else, like, you know, you can never use it, but then when it gets used against you, it's too overpowered. But I legitimately feel like that. Like, I try to use it, and I think I'm decent, but yeah, I don't know. It's just something about the shotguns. The LMGs, I think they're also good. They're strong, but they're slow. One of my favorite guns in Call of Duty World War II was the Bren, because it was like a 2-shot, but it was an LMG, but it was really slow, but it was a 2-shot. But if you hit those 2 shots, it was pretty much guaranteed, because I also mostly played Shipment. So same with this game, like, I can use an LMG and I have like 100 rounds, so I'm spraying, and it's doing like 30 damage a shot, but it's not no like fire rate like an SMG or AR. So it kind of balances it out. Like, sure, you're shooting a little less, but you're doing more damage per. So I think the LMGs are honestly pretty balanced. The marksman rifles. The SVD, which I did unlock and I used a little bit, feels like it has really high recoil, and I feel like it's gonna be better when I get the reflex, because it's also just that reticle with that recoil is really awkward to control. So I'm a little mixed on that. And then the MK20, the marksman rifle overall, are really strong. Like, it's almost a guaranteed 2-tap, unless you're a Phantom, but then you just gotta get a headshot in there. So I will say the SVD is guaranteed 2-shot, because I believe it does almost 70 damage a body shot versus the 49. But it does feel like it shoots a little slower, and like I said, that recoil. But overall, the marksman rifles are crazy. Like, I know Merc Music just went over that in a video, and it's like so easy just to 2-tap. Like, you can just run around like crazy. So then we have the snipers, which I see so many people complaining about, and it's like, guys, the aim assist is already so much weaker, and that's where the skill-based matchmaking comes in, right? Like, it's just a skill issue. But it's also the, like, snipers have 50% of that. So Call of Duty has 100% aim assist. Xdefiant has, I don't know, 50? But Sniper specifically has 25, so Snipers have like a quarter of the aim assist from Call of Duty. So it's just, we're good. But I think it's also hit detection and that netcode and everything that is really driving some problems with the snipers. So I feel like when that gets fixed, people won't complain. There are counters to it, like if you just jump, if you're running around jumping, because the movement in this game is insane, if they hit your toes, your hit marker, and then you can beam them, because they're not going to be able to get a second shot, because they're quite slow. Because that's my biggest problem with this game. I have 2 gripes. One, swapping. It is so slow. Like, I always put fast hands or perks or attachments, whatever it is, on my guns to swap faster, because oh my gosh, it is abysmal. But then also, I feel like they're too weak. I haven't used all of them, but I've used most of them a few times. And they feel really, really weak. When I'm playing a game like this, I want my guns, specifically my pistols, to be good enough to main, because I love using pistols. And Modern Warfare 2019, in Call of Duty Mobile, I have platinum pistols. I got them all max level. And a lot of other Call of Duties, I have gold or multiple gold or at least 1 gold pistol. I just love using them, especially in hardcore, and that's also where the game modes come in. I hope we get like a hardcore mode. But I just think the pistols need a little bit of buff. I don't know if it's accuracy, if it's the hit detection, damage, but I do think they need a buff desperately. They feel really, really weak. And then finally for like the weapons and stuff is there's no melee and there's no specials. So I really hope that we get like a combat knife that I can put as my secondary. Or some other ones, like we can get swords, we can get crowbars, right? Like I feel like crowbars would fit with Watch Dogs or like some games like that. And there's no specials. So that can either be grenade launchers or that can be like the ballistic knife, crossbows. So I hope we get that. And obviously this is only pre-release, pre-season, season 1. The battle pass is gonna have something, but I hope we get a little bit more than just one, and I hope when we get those weapons, they're gonna be more interesting. Though, if not, I'm fine with that, but that's one thing I really hope to see. And then devices. The grenade feels like it's too long to explode. Like, I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but it's like so long to cook in your hand. So it feels like I'm barely getting any damage. Like I'm chucking it into a room, and it feels like an eternity and everyone leaves. So, and obviously that's just the grenade. The EMP, the flash, everything seems good. I don't like the flash because it makes my game feel like it's crashing every time I get hit by it. Because it's not a white flash, it almost goes black, which I don't mind, but the way it does it, it makes it, and because it's also really quiet, it feels like my game just crashes every time. So I hope that gets a little, I think that needs a little bit of a change. So the levels. So I said this earlier, so now we're gonna get into the main game. So I said this earlier. What are the levels doing? Like there's no reason for it. And then also with gun levels. In this game, there's no camo challenges. Like headshots, like crouch, death, bloodthirsties. It's just levels for the camos. It's at level 50, 75, and 100. But, like, for the M9, which I looked, the last attachment you unlock is at level 19. So there is no point in leveling it up from 19 to 50. Like, there's so many levels. Like, at least in Call of Duty, like, we had gold camo, right? And when it was leveled, way back in the day. But we also had, like, 10 other camos. So why can't we get a level... Like, what if we had a basic camo that's just red? Like spray-painted red. Or full black. I think that can be... No, like, obsidian or something. No shiny. But, like jet black. Or not even jet black. Just, like a spray-painted rusted black. Or even rusted. At the max attachment. So if the attachment's at 19, it's 20. If the last attachment's at 30, it's 31. So right there, there's another. And then that gives you more customizations. You see, so that guy has all the attachments, but it's not max level. So I feel like that'd be good. It's not mastery, it's just some more guns. Or what if it is level 0 mastery at that one? At least 1 or 2 more.
Good for our reps.
So that's my big problem. Like, I just think and it also is, it is a little slow, but it is free to play and you have time. Like, people are like, oh, it's gonna take forever. Well, there's 19 guns. This isn't called, like, the new Call of Duty is rumored to have 50 guns. If all guns took 6 hours to level up to max, that'd be crazy for 50. But 6 hours in 19, you can get every gun max level, like level 100. That's by the end of the season. Like, and you don't need to be crazy good. Like, you just need to get 15 kills a game. Like, it's really not too hard. So I don't have a problem with the level up. I do wish it was a little faster so we can get some attachments. But overall, I don't think it's bad for the type of game it is. But let's get into the last few things about the game. So we're almost done. The maps. I want to talk about the maps real quick. And I want to say they're good. I like them. I really like how colorful they are. They're from different, like, the different games and stuff, just like the factions. I think the maps are solid. They're easy to learn, too. Like, there's no crazy, you know, running through walls and what's breakable and what's shootable. So they're easy to learn. And finally, I'm really happy about how they went about different game modes, right? Like, certain modes, certain maps are bad for certain modes. But I think they did a really good job about that, in the fact that certain maps are locked to a mode. I have not played a lot of X-Sword. I personally just don't like it. But there are certain maps for escort. They are made for escorts. I haven't played them. That's good, because for something like Hotshot, they're not good because they're very linear, because that's what it is. You're supposed to like bring the escort. You're supposed to escort it. Like it's supposed to be like a single lane almost. So I really like that they did that. So I haven't seen all the maps, but I'm really happy that they did that, because of that makes the game loop and like the mid-match really good, because of just the game progression, in-game progression, like in-match progression, whatever the word is. I can't think of it, but it makes it really good and fun. So there's one more part before I get to my final review. So the final big thing before the review is the Battle Pass, and I want to say this is I get that Battle Pass are really annoying, and I agree. I do play Fortnite mostly though, and I think the Fortnite Battle Pass is a great bang for your buck. You get a lot for it. It's all cosmetic though. Now Call of Duty and something like Xdefiant does it a little bit differently, because they do put stuff in it. However, it's free. And when I say they put stuff in it, they put game stuff. For example, the new gun, pre-season MSR, is in the Battle Pass at tier 10. But it's free. And what I can almost guarantee they're going to do, just like the challenges for the AK where you have to do AR damage, you're probably going to have to do, I don't know, maybe get some headshots or something with an AR. And then you can unlock the MSR in Season 1. I can guarantee that's what they're going to do. And I think that's good, right? So it gives you a little bit of a reason to at least grind the beginning of the pass to get the new gun, but if you don't want to, you're not going to miss out. But the other thing is, if you buy the Battle Pass, you do get two things. One, you get a cool version of that new gun. So there's legendary rarities, right? So like currently in this clip, probably you're seeing me use the ACR, and I did buy the one pack, and that makes it look like a boombox type thing. In the Battle Pass, there's like this molten lava MSR, which is really cool. That is something that you can pay for though. It's only $7. Now, because of the way they do the currency system, like most games, you do have to buy like a $10 pack. But say that you're just a little bit short, there is a $5 pack, which is good. I think there should be a $1 pack too, or maybe like a $2 pack. But I think that, like, you know, that's where they're making their money, because it's a free-to-play game. But another thing that's really good that not every game does is there is enough currency to unlock the next season. So if you do get to tier 100, or there's 50 tiers, right? You do get to tier 50, you will have 700 for the next season. But that's my final thing I want to say about the Battle Pass, is there's only 50 tiers. So I feel like it's not too hard to get max tier. I'm not super sure because of how much I've been playing. It's very inconsistent because I'm busy with work and stuff. But I feel like I'm doing it at a decent pace. And 50 tiers just isn't that much. I think Battle Pass is solid. There probably will be some changes this XP going forward, which will probably affect the Battle Pass. But as of right now, I think the Battle Pass is pretty balanced in its progression and like your bang for your buck. So my final thoughts. Is Xdefiant good? Is it worth it? Is it worth your money? Etc., etc. Let's start with, is it worth it? Yes. Is it worth your money? Your money is $0. So yes. So I think overall, Xdefiant is a good game. I think there's problems that I think desperately need to be changed, and some balances that need to be happened. But for what it is, which is an arcade shooter, it is good. It does its job. It's no skills matching means I can just sit back and I can have fun. That's the big thing, right? Like when I'm playing Call of Duty, I have to try. And because there's no TDM and some other stuff, and because of the way the skills are, I feel like a lot of the problems I have with COD are also gone. For example, camping. I do not see that nearly as much for two reasons. One, there's no kill confirmed. I mean, not kill confirmed, team deathmatch. So because of that, you can't just sit there and get kills. You have to play the objective. You don't have to, but that's all the game modes. Or, you literally have a character that's free, and every 15-20 seconds, you can see everyone on the map. Like, you just activate it and you have wall hacks. For your entire team, by the way. Like, it's great. So a lot of those problems are gone, so I'm having a blast. There's stuff to grind, there's stuff to do. The maps are cool to learn, and I can't wait to use some more of the guns that I haven't fully level them up to get attachments, and if they do add more challenges, to get them. But that's my big problem, is I just kind of hope there's more to grind for, not necessarily just levels though, right? Like, there's plenty to grind for, but what I want like a calling card, or because there's no calling cards, right? But when you get a kill, do this or that, there is the player, like, customization stuff, like the big effect, like, at the end of the match, if you're MVP. There should be more stuff like that. Like, what if there's one that's, like, kind of like a graveyard, and you have to get 5,000 kills for it? Like, stuff like that. So, because there is not only the main challenge, like, there's the big challenges, right, where you would have to unlock DedSec this season. There's also daily challenges, but then there is base challenges, which are for the guns, which are for the devices. So why can't we add, like, a player customization thing there? But that's not too big of a gripe. That's just something to grind for, because I like having more of a purpose. But right now, doesn't need to be a purpose. It is plenty fun without it. So what would I rate it? I don't know, probably like a 9 out of 10 so far. Like, it's solid. It's everything I wanted in an arcade shooter. So I'm excited to see where it is, excited to keep supporting it, and I'll be making content on it without a doubt. I'm having a fun, like, it just supports so many people. Like, if you want to use a shotgun, they're all right. If you want to use ARs and SMGs, they're good, obviously. They're not, like, super nerfed down. If you want to play really objective, play something like Escort. But if you want to play more just run around, you have Hotshot. Like, it just supports so many different play styles, quick scoping, etc., etc. I do think the pistols are really the big class that needs buffed. Other than that, whatever you like to do, you most likely can do it here. But with that, I'm Dr. Zombie and Austin with Seth. Thank you all for watching, and let me know down below, what are your thoughts on Xdefiant? Are you having a fun time? And is there anything that I said that you kind of disagree with? I love having passive debates in my comments, so if you guys want to chat it out, do that, or join my Discord, link in the description, and we can talk there as well. So with that, see you next time. Peace.